The team at AW Landscape are always striving for more and more efficiency in the work that they do. One thing they do check before they go to look at a landscape plan and print it, their clients want high resolution drawings printed, and they always click View and Transparent Render and make sure that they're not using transparency in the design. Let me just go, we're still in model space. If I go back to background color of white, this sort of simulates what you'll get on the printed sheet. And notice that this symbol here, if we go in and edit it, has transparency applied. We reset, or they reset it back to 255 in this case, which means no transparency. And there's still one other. If you notice and look carefully, if I turn transparent render off, so clearly these street trees here and the camellias need adjusting. So I shall do that now and get back to you. Well, now as I go View, turn on Transparent Render, there's no difference between viewing it with transparency on or off. So now we're ready to print. And we want a high quality print. So for that we can go File and Print. And I want to pick a PDF writer. In this case I'm using CutePDF. If we just cancel there for a moment and come back in here and look at the Layouts Manager, notice that in the landscape plan we're using an A2, so we're going to print to an A2 sheet. So we're printing paper, and if I pick here, I want to make sure that all of our settings are right. Notice an A2 setting, and under Properties I've gone to Advanced and set the output at 2400 dots per inch. So we'll get very nice resolution when we go to print. So we'll OK that and OK again. Notice that we want to print 1 equals 1 here, and it's 1 to 0.0169 and so on. So there's a small difference there, so you can just hit that and put it to 1 equals 1. Now I'm going to cancel from there and we'll go back to print again, and we'll make it 1 equals 1 exactly, and now we should be able to print. So I'll say OK, but I'm looking down here and notice how I haven't got line weights on. So I'll cancel from them for the moment. I'll turn line weights on. I'll double check under Format and Line Weights what the default settings are, and it's set to 0.25, which I think is reasonable. That's the gCADPlus default. So now finally right click and print, and hopefully now we can print to an A2 sheet of paper, and it should happen quickly and should print correctly. And I'll overwrite one called Test and then come back in here. So a PDF file has been written at high resolution and should happen quickly. If you try and print with transparency applied, then PDF writers, no matter which one you choose, will have great difficulty and very often won't print anything at all. So we should now be able to go to our desktop and open the test drawing with Acrobat Reader, and I'll go full size and we can look at it. So if we go in a little, there we are. You may be happy with that, or you might like to reduce the thickness of the default setting a little, but I'm relatively happy that our client is going to get a high resolution view. A symbol like this one here and that one there probably got a little bit too much in, and our team might want to lighten those up just a little. I'll show you how, if you thought that was a little overpowering, it's very easy to fix. We just go back into gCADPlus and go Format, Line Weights, and we'll wind it back to say about 0.15 just to get a dramatic effect for you, and we'll print and OK that. We'll overwrite test again. We should get a nice lightweight version. The printing shouldn't be quite as heavy now. Notice how quickly that happens. We'll go to the desktop and open with Acrobat Reader, and there we are. We can click in here, and I think that looks really, really nice, very crisp and about the right line weight. Well, it's all very well to get the print that your client would not like, but this group are interacting, of course, with their construction team. So they produce straight from that very same drawing a construction team print. And notice that they have a circle, just a circle and a dot for all of the species that need to be planted, and there's a plant schedule list and a code in here, and that's all been generated automatically, this time from a custom printout. They've been able to run, or routinely run, a tool called Apply Code to the center of all selected symbols. Now when that's done, it stamps a code in the middle and puts it on its own layer. So it's a layer called AUTOLABEL, and we'll turn that on. And hopefully in the middle of each symbol now is a code that can be is related to entries in that plant schedule. So this can be printed off. I don't think we'd worry too much about the symbology there, but it can stay. And that print of that one, also on an A2 sheet, can be given to the construction team, and away they go. So all of this is being generated from one plan only, and can be done really quickly and efficiently.